up, my frat heads? It's your boy J Rocks, hitting you with another fragrance review. Now today I'm gonna be hitting you with something niche. This is from the House of Creed. They hooked me up with one of these samplers. This is Creed Viking, so I've been checking it out the last few days, giving it a few wears, wore it about 3 times. You see the decant's almost gone. It's basically this is about enough. I'll say one of these is about enough for like a week's wear, 5 days to 5 to 7 days, depending on how heavy you spray. So a week's wear, five days to seven, is more than enough to get a good feel for it. See if it's something you wanna buy a bottle of, you wanna commit to spending that type of money. Cause this Creed brand is it's an expensive house, so I wouldn't call this like just your casual spur of the moment purchase. This I would consider a big purchase that you think about before you buy. You don't just do a blind buy. You think about it first, ask for a sample, buy a decant or something. This is not something you go to when you go to a store to buy something from this brand. You go in already with a pretty good idea of what you want to buy, and you're specifically going out to buy that thing. You're not just shopping around, window shopping to see what catches your eye. All right, so you know what's up. I'm gonna hit you with the two-piece today: price, performance, and the scent, of course. Sipping on some IPA Voodoo Ranger. Interesting looking can. It's a zombie. That's a soldier. It's a Belgian white. Doesn't taste that much. It says IPA, but it has a little bit of an IPA flavor to it, a little bit of a kick. Um. Okay, so obviously I don't have a bottle of this. This is not something I will buy a bottle of anyways. You're pretty familiar with the Creed bottles, how they look and so forth. If not, on that thumbnail, I'll most likely have a picture of it. Okay, so this specific bottle, it goes for this was released in 2017. The 100 ml bottle of this. Is it 100 ml? 100, yeah, I think it's 100 ml. It goes for about 350, 325, give or take, depending on the store you're at. Online, you could get this for about 250 on fragrancenet.com. Is this worth $250? Well, that's up to you once you've tried it out. I'm gonna just get into the performance right now and the scent. Then we'll get into if I think it's worth it after. Now, on my skin, this lasted a good 8 hours. So when you're spending a high dollar, you want performance. Or at least me, if I'm gonna spend big bucks, by big bucks I mean anything over $100 for a bottle, I want it to perform. I don't necessarily mean it has to project like a monster, like projection. It depends on the scent, how much I want it to project. But I do want it to have that longevity. It has to hit at least those 8 hours when you're spending big bucks. And this does that. It gets you to that 8 hours barely, but it gets there. Projection. Some scents you want them projecting loud. Some scents you want them, a little more toned down. Depending for the occasion and depending on the smell itself. If it lends itself to that type of. The first thing I smell is you get a little spice. You get that pink pepper going. To me, that's what stands out the most on the opening is that pink pepper. Doesn't completely overwhelm the other scents because I mean I could smell a little bit of that bergamot as well. That lasts a little while and it does a smooth transition into the mid notes. Now once you get to the mid notes, you still smell that spice of pink pepper and you get a light rose like it's very masculine like it's not too floral like it's a light floral. You could smell it, but you smell more the spice, and then you get a little bit of freshness. It starts getting a little fresh. I'm guessing it's because it has I think it has mint in it. So I guess that's why it starts feeling fresh. It's like when you're chewing gum and you inhale, you're like, and you could feel that freshness in your breath. You get some of that. I get some of that going. So yeah, you get that rose and that fresh mint. It's a nice combination. I'm digging it. And as the spices, it stays with you from the opening to the mid note is still there. Now, when I got like the first 2 hours, I got pretty good projection, and then even in in the middle, it was still good. But once you're in the middle, you get that fresh mint and you get that rose note, but it's also mixed with this like I know this has lavender and it has sandalwood. Now I think like those two things meshed together give off this like a soapy vibe. And I don't mean shower gel or any of those Axe soaps, body wash. Doesn't smell like that stuff because that's those have they tend to each have like their own scent. This is more like of a old school just bar of soap, just a white bar of soap. You know, like when some people they having up some soap, throw it on their face and they shave, you get that scent. It feels very old school. It's very masculine, but it's very like something that would come from the 80s. Something my pops would wear back in the days. Like this is what this smells like to me. Maybe it's the 70s and the 80s. And I know once we got into the 90s, a lot of the aquatics and citrus kind of got more in style. So there's something like before the 90s, very old school, very I don't I can't see how women wanting to smell like this. I don't know why they would want to. I mean, they can if they want to. It's a scents are always subjective. Anybody could wear what they like, you know. But I don't think they would want this. I think it leans more masculine for sure. But this comes from a this scent is from like a different era. This came out in 88 or something like that, 85, set 1980. This would have done really good, I think, in the sales. So it's like something an OG would wear, you know, someone's already up there in their late 40s, 50s, you know, things. I picture somebody like that wearing this for sure. Like Kingpin, the Kingpin of crime on the Marvel comics. It's like our OG with his cane, his white blazer. When he talks, faculties listen. You know, he demands respect from the Hydra and the Hand. You know, the Hand being those ninja groups that fight Daredevil, and Hydra's like those guys that fight Captain America. You know, but yet they all listen when Kingpin talks because he's like a big boss. You know, and this is something he would wear. He will wear this. Uh, I heard people tell me that it's like Old Spice, which I thought that was interesting. People were saying, "Oh yeah, it's like Old Spice." I myself have never smelled Old Spice, but I know it's like an aftershave. Me growing up, I went with Aqua Velvet and then with the Gillette Balm, or with whatever your colognes will come with. I wear that. I never went the Old Spice route, but I've always seen it around in stores and so forth. And I know they, I guess they also have colognes. I know they had deodorants and aftershaves, and I guess they have colognes. So I myself never wore it, never tried it. When they told me this, I decided to check how much it goes for online. It goes for like $10, $15. So that was interesting to me. I was like, you know what? They told me it smells like Old Spice. I go, that makes sense because I know Old Spice is old school. Like it's been around the 70s, 80s, I think even like 60s. So that shit, it's been around for a minute. So I was like, that makes sense because this scent smells old school, like something from that era. So when I looked on eBay, Amazon, Old Spice, this goes for like 10, $15. This goes for like 200 something. So that gave me cause to pause. I was like, wow, I mean, is someone gonna pay $250 for this when you could buy something that's $15 that smells similar? So I decided, I'm gonna order. I haven't ordered it yet, but I'm going to. Maybe I'll order today or tomorrow. But I'm gonna order that Old Spice and I'm gonna save the rest of this decant because I'm gonna spray that and I wanna spray this just to get an idea of how close they are to each other, if they smell similar or not. Can't believe I never tried allspice. That's just so old school, and never, I never smelled it before. I probably have and don't know what it was. Who knows? If you guys tried allspice before, drop a line on the comments. Let me know if you like that scent and if you smelled both. How similar are they to each other? 80%, 90. What's your take on it? Also, how long does the Old Spice last? Curious about that too. I mean, at 15 bucks, doesn't hurt to reapply. If it lasts 4 or 5 hours, that's just fine. Just throw some more on later. But yeah, man, if it smells that similar, why would you spend those extra $200? You know what I mean? Is the scent that is a $200 difference? It's something to definitely think about. Like I said before, when it comes to Creed, to your other expensive brands, Tom Ford's, a lot of the time there can be other scents that smell similar, and you're not always buying the scent itself. You're buying the brand. You're paying that extra money to say, I'm wearing Creed, I'm wearing Tom Ford, I'm wearing Surgeoff, or like, because some people, it's for your own self. It's not really for other people, but a lot of times people don't care what brand you're wearing, but you for yourself, you care. Like with shoes, buy some $200 Jordans. I could buy some Nikes that are 50 bucks. They probably feel just as comfortable, probably look nice as well. But I'm into J's. I like Jordans. I've been wearing them since a kid. I buy Nikes too, but just for my own self mind, I wanna be able to be like, tell myself I'm wearing Jordans. Like you're paying for the brand, for the name recognition. A lot of times more than you are for the actual comfort of the shoes, or the same way fragrances, right? A lot of times you're buying the brand. So let me know if you tried this. Is it worth the extra coin? Be curious to see your guys' thoughts. If you like this video, you like what you saw, you already know what's up. Hit that like button. Also help support your boy on the channel. Me myself, I give this price to the side just based on projection and scent. I give this scent like an 8, and the performance like an 8 as well. It's not a bad scent. I like it. The performance, I was pleased with it. The real downfall is the price. I think is like, I don't think it's worth that amount of money. I think it's overpriced, and especially when I heard what else compared to when I saw the prices on that, it's like wow. Um, so yeah, I think the price hurts it a little. Um, because of the price, I'm gonna drop it, the overall score, to like a 7.75. Drop it a quarter because that price, is depending on the person, you might even be offended by like the price and for what it is when there's other stuff so similar, and be like, wow, like really? Do me like that? You're supposed to be looking out for your consumer. Yeah. All right, guys. So yeah, you wanna see more of the same? Hit that subscribe button. Uh, I'll keep you updated on your feed when my next video's up. And if you wanna get hardcore with it, you already know what's up. Hit that bell. It'll notify you on your notifications. My latest video's been uploaded. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for taking some time out of your day to check this video out. Watch me rant a little and ramble. Uh, hear me ramble a little. And see you guys all next time.